This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not professional advice. Always consult a certified professional before making decisions. Good evening, Australians, and welcome back to Centrelink Update AU. Tonight's driving update is extremely important because transport experts are warning that thousands of Australians may still be making a very common driving mistake that could potentially lead to expensive fines during 2026. Across Australia, new enforcement systems, camera technology, and stricter monitoring are changing the way road rules are being enforced. And according to road safety experts, many drivers still do not fully understand how quickly these systems are evolving. Some Australians believe certain habits are harmless while driving, but authorities say even small actions behind the wheel may now result in penalties depending on state road laws. That is why today's update is focusing on the common driving habits experts say Australians should stop immediately. One of the biggest concerns involves distracted driving. Road authorities say distracted driving remains one of the leading causes of dangerous situations on Australian roads. And while many people think distracted driving only means texting while driving, experts say the problem is much broader today. Modern driving cameras and enforcement systems may potentially detect holding phones, touching screens, checking messages, scrolling applications, or even briefly interacting with devices while stopped in traffic. Many Australians reportedly still believe, if I'm stopped at traffic lights, it's okay. But authorities warn that road rules may still apply even when vehicles are temporarily stationary. This confusion is now leading to unexpected fines for many drivers. Experts say another major issue is overconfidence. Drivers who have driven safely for many years sometimes assume they already know every important rule. But road laws continue evolving across Australia. Technology is changing, enforcement systems are changing, and penalties are increasing in many areas. That means older driving habits that once seemed normal may no longer be considered acceptable under modern road safety rules. Senior Australians are also becoming increasingly concerned about changing enforcement systems. Many older drivers rely on navigation apps while travelling to medical appointments, shopping centres, family visits, or community events. But experts warn even touching navigation systems while driving could potentially create problems depending on state laws. That is why road safety organisations now recommend Australians prepare everything before beginning trips. Experts suggest setting navigation early, adjusting music before driving, and avoiding all unnecessary phone interaction while operating vehicles. Another issue becoming more common involves automatic enforcement cameras. Many Australians say they are noticing more camera locations, more warning signs, and more roadside monitoring systems than ever before. Authorities say these systems are designed to improve safety and reduce accidents, but some drivers feel modern enforcement has become much stricter than previous years. Reports online show many Australians are shocked when infringement notices suddenly arrive weeks after driving incidents. Some people say they did not even realise they had potentially broken rules. This is especially concerning because fines in some situations may involve financial penalties, demerit points, or future insurance complications. Financial experts warn many Australians focus only on the fine amount itself, but the long-term consequences may sometimes become even more expensive. Driving offences may potentially affect insurance premiums, future claims, and driver histories. For households already dealing with rising living costs, unexpected driving penalties can create serious financial pressure. Fuel prices, electricity bills, groceries, insurance, and registration costs are already affecting many Australian families during 2026. That is why experts say prevention is now more important than ever. Road authorities are also warning Australians about licence compliance. Many drivers delay checking licence expiry dates because they assume reminders will always arrive automatically. But experts warn Australians should never rely entirely on reminders. Driving with an expired licence may potentially create significant legal and financial complications. Some Australians only discover licence problems after traffic stops, camera notices, or accidents. Senior drivers in some Australian states may also face medical reviews, vision checks, or updated renewal conditions. Experts say this does not mean seniors are unsafe drivers, but authorities are increasingly focusing on road safety as Australia's ageing population continues growing. Road safety experts recommend Australians regularly review licence status, vehicle registration, insurance coverage, and road rule updates, especially during periods of increased enforcement activity. Another growing concern involves driving scams. Authorities warn scammers are now sending fake messages pretending to be transport departments, fine collection agencies, or toll operators. These scam messages often claim Australians must urgently pay road fines, camera penalties, or overdue toll charges. Some messages threaten licence suspension, extra penalties, or legal action. Experts warn Australians should never click suspicious payment links. Instead, drivers should verify notices directly through official government websites or trusted sources. Senior Australians remain one of the most targeted groups for scam activity. Scammers often use fear and urgency to pressure people into acting quickly. That is why experts say Australians should slow down whenever messages create panic. Another issue receiving attention is driver fatigue. Road safety organisations say fatigue remains one of Australia's most dangerous driving risks. Many Australians underestimate how quickly tiredness affects reaction times, focus, decision-making, and awareness. Experts recommend drivers avoid long trips without proper rest. This is especially important for older Australians travelling longer distances for family visits, appointments, or holidays. Authorities also continue warning Australians about speeding. Some drivers believe small increases above speed limits are harmless, but experts say even slight speeding may increase accident risks and enforcement penalties. Modern camera systems are capable of detecting speeding very accurately. That means habits drivers once believed were unlikely to be noticed may now result in automatic penalties. Another important issue is seatbelt enforcement. Authorities say some Australians still remove seatbelts briefly during slow traffic, parking, or short trips. But experts warn seatbelt rules continue applying regardless of trip length. New camera systems in some locations may also detect seatbelt violations automatically. Road safety experts say one of the most important things Australians can do during 2026 is remain informed, because road rules, technology, and enforcement systems continue evolving rapidly. Drivers who ignore updates may potentially place themselves at greater risk of unexpected fines, insurance issues, or legal complications. Experts recommend Australians follow official Transport Authority updates, review state road rules regularly, and avoid relying on outdated information from social media rumours. For senior drivers especially, awareness is becoming increasingly important. Many older Australians are excellent drivers with decades of safe experience. But experts say modern enforcement systems are very different from previous generations. That means staying updated matters more than ever. Financial experts also warn Australians not to ignore small driving penalties. Repeated offences may potentially create larger financial consequences over time. For pensioners and seniors living on fixed incomes, avoiding unnecessary fines can make a major difference financially. That is why many experts say safer driving today is not only about safety, it is also about protecting household finances during rising cost of living pressure across Australia. Australians are therefore being encouraged to stay focused while driving, avoid distractions, monitor licence and registration details carefully, and remain cautious of scam messages. Because according to experts, awareness is now one of the strongest protections Australian drivers have during 2026. If this update helped you, please subscribe to Centrelink Explained AU for more Australian driving updates, age pension news, senior alerts, and important rule changes affecting everyday Australians. And tell us in the comments, do you think Australia's modern driving cameras and enforcement systems are improving safety or becoming too strict for everyday drivers? Stay safe and we'll see you in the next update.